Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Allen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hurry up. 0.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, downtown! Ready, downtown! Hey, left!
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways.
Let's go.
Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he's brought down. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And his kick is good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go now.
On play action, Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hey,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Leopard,
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Leopard!
A give to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, this is Ivory. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone!
And the blitz does come. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
This is Gordon on the dump off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go. Keep it skinny.
Rivers. Wide open. It's out.